and we are going to talk about the impact of investment on the carbon projects towards the carbon ecosystems in Indonesia. Welcome, Ibu Dessi Yuliana. How are you, Bu Dessi?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, because this is an emerging market, not only regulation, sometimes we're also facing the different appetite from international from buyers. For example, currently for nature-based solutions, the international market is prefer to have a restoration project that can, planting.
Replantation. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes, the carbonizers and carbon activists all over the world. I'm Poempida Hidayatulloh. Welcome back to another session of Carbon Forum. And today we have a very interesting guest. She's one of the carbon projects developers in Indonesia. She's the director of a company called CarbonX, and we're lucky to have her here. And we are going to talk about the impact of investment on the carbon projects towards the carbon ecosystems in Indonesia. Welcome, Ibu Dessi Yuliana. How are you, Bu Dessi?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Wow, great. I mean, it's a pleasure for us to have you here. And can you tell me about the CarbonX? What do you do, and what sort of thing you want to pursue in this ecosystem?
Sure. Thank you. So CarbonX, like you said, is a carbon project developer. We are quite different. Our niche is that we also not only develop, but also invest in the project. We invest in the projects. Our mandate from the shareholder and our investor is that we want to have a hands-on operations. We not only as an investment company, but we develop the project ourselves and implementation the project on the ground ourselves. So we have a team on the ground. But the vision and for CarbonX is that we want to have a high quality carbon projects.
Wow.
So that's why we want to have a hands-on operations. We want to ensure that the quality is there.
You must have a lot of financial resources then. And what kind of carbon projects you invested in?
So currently we focus on nature-based solutions.
NBS,
So particularly in forestry sectors,
Good.
In forestry sectors for conservation and also restoration projects. But that is in the 2 or 3 years timeline. But in the futures, we want to also invest in climate technology innovations. I think it's really important. The innovations, technology involvement will also improve carbon projects in terms of transparency and also efficiency. So that's why we want to also invest in technology in the future.
Wow, interesting. Can you tell me how can these investments sort of support the achievement of NDC, the nationally determined contributions on the global sort of deal?
Sure. So I think for carbon projects, it's really important for the government to reach their NDCs. I can maybe say in 3 words like mitigation, adaptation, and financing. Let me explain that. For mitigations, inherently like carbon project is either reducing greenhouse emissions, or avoiding of the future
avoidance,
avoidance,
and removals, I guess.
And also removal, correct. Removals. Like the project can be from CarbonX, can be like conservation of forest or restoration of degraded forest. Other sectors, renewable energy, and currently there's a hype during the presidential debate is carbon storage. That is mitigations. So inherently carbon project will support the NDC target, the emissions reduction target.
Yeah.
And then the second is adaptations. To have a good, high quality carbon project, it's not merely about emissions. You need to have also the co-benefit. Yeah, co-benefit means that, for example, if a carbon project has conservation forests or restoration of forests, it can give other co-benefit for the environment.
Yep.
Yeah, either that is to protect and ensure water provisions. Yeah. Avoid flood, for example. And
so basically improving the environment quality and also the resiliency of the ecosystem. Right?
That's the co-benefit. So mitigation, adaptations. Yeah, adaptations mean that it helps the country to be resilient of the adverse effect of climate change. Yeah. So the last one is financing. For Indonesia to get the 2030 NDC target, according to one of the documents from the government, Millennial Updated Report, we need 281 billion US dollar from 2018 to 2030. Yeah.
281 billion US dollars.
That's for mitigation alone.
Okay.
For mitigation alone.
Not to reduce the, not to achieve the target. For the mitigate or to
achieve the target of emission reduction,
right,
but the NDC target has adaptation target as well. Yeah. 281. State budget, yes, the government can finance some of that, some of the financing.
Yeah. They have to.
And the private sectors as well. There's some already increasing initiatives from the private sectors. Yeah. But that's not enough. We still have a significant gap. Yeah.
Right.
So I think carbon project or carbon credits, revenue from carbon credits, can be an alternative solutions. Alternative financing for supporting government to achieve the NDCs.
I mean, basically the role of private sectors in getting the carbon credits actually will assist the government. But obviously, what kind of support from the government that you would need to sort of improve this situation?
Well,
because you said the gap is there, and I mean to reduce the gap at least.
Yeah, exactly. I think for carbon project, it's still emerging sectors. It's usually in emerging sectors. Still, there is a high uncertainties, especially regulations. There's still the government still in the progress to complete all the regulations.
I guess most of the regulation is there except one, right?
Yeah.
And you would like to pursue that, right? What is that?
So we want to have you want to have a market. Yeah. If you want to have a market, you need to encourage market.
Of course.
Yeah. Not discourage market.
Excellent. Yeah.
So market has two sides, supply and demand. In supply side, there is also, in the Bursa Carbon, there is still only one, I think, one project.
One project.
One project from Pertamina.
Two actually, the PLN.
Oh, and PLN.
Now,
okay. Yeah. Cool.
You bought some, right, from the Pertamina?
Small. Yeah. Yeah, we want to participate in that. So in supply side, how the government can encourage, supply, carbon credit supply. You need issuance, right? Carbon credit issuance. So that need to be fixed, the infrastructure, how the registry system in Indonesia can accelerate the issuance, transparency. You need to make sure the carbon credit from Indonesia is high quality and trusted. Yeah, that's from a supply side, and from demand side. You need some who will buy the
buyers, of course.
Who will buy the credits? Yeah.
There is no buyer, there is no market.
Buyer, no market. So,
and the big buyers, they are from
from international
Okay.
communities. Yeah.
So you need a regulation that
regulation from international
okay,
to increase the demand side.
All right.
You need a liquidity in the market.
Of
So
course.
yeah, I think the governments need to encourage or increase that liquidity.
So basically, we need a regulation that govern the sales of the carbon credits to foreign entity. Is that correct?
Yeah, open the market for foreign entities can come in. Yeah, there is a lot of demand from foreign entities. Yeah, because internationally they already has a pressure either from government with carbon tax or from communities, their customers, yeah, and also from their investors. Yeah, so there already pressure, yeah, from for foreign companies. Yeah.
As a developer, how do you see the effort on the government for providing the SRN, yeah, the national registry? How is it getting on right now?
I think the government still in progress, yeah, to improve the infrastructure.
It's not ideal yet, yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal yet, and for us as project developers, I think what are the methodology that we can use is still unclear.
Yeah.
Of course, we want, I think.
But I heard the SRN using the international standard already, right? From the UNFCCC, I guess.
From UNFCCC, some. But there's already a standard from UNFCCC usually used for resolve-based payment, G2G. We already have the international standard that is already applied in the market, like VERA, PCS, Verify Standard Carbon, and then a gold standard.
Right.
Yeah. There is a way that those standards can be applicable in Indonesia using
How would you suggest to do so?
Mutual recognition.
Mutual recognition. It's called mutual recognition.
Mutual recognition, yeah. So same. The VERA Oracle standard can acknowledge the Indonesia standard.
Right.
Indonesia standard will also acknowledge gold.
This kind of arrangement, has it been done in somewhere else in the world?
Yeah, I can't remember, but yes. Like, for example, Bursa Malaysia, I read in the website they are using VERA
the Malaysian
standard.
exchange, yeah.
And then recently, the Vietnamese government just announced they want to also launch the carbon exchange, and they are committed to have a high quality standard using the standard. Yeah.
Well, judging from the current situation, there's still a lot of uncertainties, I would say. Then how would you actually mitigate this? I mean, what kind of strategies would you apply to mitigate this kind of uncertainties in the carbon ecosystems?
Yeah, because this is an emerging market, not only regulations, sometimes we're also facing the different appetite from international from buyers, for example, currently for nature-based solutions, the international market is prefer to have a restoration project that can, planting.
Basically. Replantations.
Planting. Compared to conservation, which is protection. Avoidance, yes. So that's something like that. We need to monitor. As a project developer, we need to monitor how to mitigate that. I think similar with other kind of investments. We don't put our egg in one basket.
Good.
So diversification is a solution.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I agree with you.
Diversification, whether in terms of type of carbon projects, and maybe if you have that investment, you can have a geographical diversification as well.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's you need to monitor.
Well, so high risk, high return. I hope that you're going to get a very high return in the future, of course. And related to this kind of situations, obviously there should be some sort of socialization related to the awareness. Yeah, I mean, for the whole Indonesian people and also for the government. How would you perceive and to socialize these ideas to them?
I believe that Carbon X shouldn't work alone.
Yep.
Yeah, we should work together.
Yeah, that's why you joined some associations.
Association as
Right.
SEXI, Association of Carbon Experts
Right.
in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Work with the associations to have
that
a discussion together.
Expert is not academic expert only, right?
Yeah,
but you're a practitioner and you're
the
in
head of
it.
the
Okay, that's
investment,
great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, working with the associations and have a transparent through association, have a dialogue with the government. And also for the campaign, something like this is one of the ways. And then working with the associations and working with the NGOs. A lot of international organizations also already have this kind of program. Because Carbon Project not only impact national level, it really can be very impactful on
the trickle-down
level.
effect is actually very impactful, right?
Yeah. Like for example, Carbon X project, we have a project that is make sure that the community in the project has an alternative livelihood. Not only don't deforest forest, protect your forest, but they don't have income. How? So we find them the alternative income. We build them agroforestry, but that's not stop there. We need to ensure there's a market for community. So we build that comprehensive work for the community.
Well, obviously, if you have some sort of activities and you especially in sort of mitigation actions, then there should be some what you call it allocated budgets for that, right? Either they will come from the government or from the private sector. So I think the carbon credit is one of the solutions for that.
So carbon credit can be used also as a you need a benefit sharing mechanism in carbon project. Some of the proceeds from credit need to be flow to community. So and can be used for that increase the resilience of community. Use that for community program, for example, climate smart agriculture.
The last but not least, and this is very interesting issue, because when it comes to money, I mean, obviously you have like a lot of financial resources, but how would you sort of set up partnerships in terms of, or I mean, what I'm saying is, how would you convince investors to invest in this kind of environment? I mean, there are still uncertainties and all. I mean, can you explain a little bit on that?
Yeah, of course. I think we need to address the uncertainty of regulation. We need to convince that it will result at the end. For the investors, especially for foreign investors, they may have a perceptions that investing in carbon project in Indonesia is high risk. Because of the regulations, maybe because of the also technical capacity in Indonesia. That can be account as high risk. So you need to convince them.
Of course. If you cannot convince the investors, then no one will invest, right?
Exactly. So that's why in Carbon X strategies that we want to implement ourselves, we are hiring international consultants, but we want to make sure there is a knowledge transfer to our team. We have also a team on the ground.
Excellent.
So you have a project documents, project design documents, just documents. The important thing is that PDD. The important is that is there a team that can implement the document. So that will be a question from investor.
So you're saying that the availability of the human resources that are aware, even an experts on these particular issues, are still required? Or?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. And then I think we need a lot of that. Yeah.
Right.
Most of project design documents consultants are from international currently. Yeah. So how to make sure that it's a capacity.
Yeah, actually, it's not something that is sort of too difficult to deal with. It's just a matter how you are actually exposed to that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, good to hear that. And I think, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Can you address a closing statement, like 1 or 2 minutes? Please go ahead.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Pak Poempida, for again for having me here. And I'm happy to share with the audience with my insights. So I believe that I think it's our homework, to make sure that carbon project in Indonesia is high quality, is trusted, by not only in domestic market but also international market. It's up to us, up to the carbon project actors in Indonesia. So let's work together to increase that integrity and trust. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, decarbonizers, carbon activists all over the world, we just heard about the high risk sort of situation in terms of investment in the carbon project development in Indonesia, and we still need to have a lot of to do to socialize and to create a better awareness on this issue. And I hope that all the people in Indonesia and also the government of Indonesia will listen to this, and hopefully they will support us in actually creating a better future by improving the carbon market in Indonesia. So I'm Poempida Hidayatulloh, and thank you for being with us. And I'll see you again in another episode of Carbon Forum. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.